Up the Bucks, Bagania, Mbokazi. Massive move for the youngster who's going to be heading through to Chicago Fire. Yabona, the States. Not the Free State. Bafana Bami. The United States of America champion is heading through to the US of A. Listen, guys, there's a lot happening at a global scale. The tensions also between USA and South Africa. But listen, champs, when God opens up a door, no man can shut that door. This is a massive move for the youngster over here. Super excited for him. Very pumped for the move for him. So what I want to do in this video is I want to break down just what the deal was all about and how that's all working out. As well as give some direct call to actions to the youth of this beautiful country of South Africa. I want to share also a comment that I received on TikTok specifically. I did a reply video on that, so you can go and check that out, or we'll probably be releasing it soon enough. But I want to talk about how that reply video kind of relates as well to this particular situation, to showcase to you that there is such a thing as the truth, and there are timeless principles that if you and I would be willing to do things God's way and not our own way, you'll be shocked as to where He can ultimately take you. So let's see if we can get this video up to at least 100 likes, Lapahana, so we can empower and educate and enrich and equip more and more young people of this beautiful country of South Africa, so we can rebuild this beautiful country from the ground up. And welcome to the William Moises Show. Let me know also what you think in the comment section, and also subscribe if you have not yet done so, because a lot of you that are watching, come on, a lot of you are watching, aren't currently subscribed. So please go ahead and do that too, as well as share this video far and wide. Remember, we are empowered to empower others. What is your life's vision? Who are you, and why are you here? If you are unable to currently answer those questions, don't worry, champ. We've got number one, a free WhatsApp group that you can join for the men. You'll see it pop up over here somewhere. And then number two, we've prepared something called the Arise and Shine Champion 40-day devotional tool. It's a 40-day journey that you get to go on to renew your relationship with God, to renew your mind, where you can begin to step into your God-given purpose. So you can click the link in the description down there below, get your copy today, and let's get back into the video. We are equipped in order to equip others. So let's look into the deal over here. So a quick little update. Chicago Fire have officially signed 20-year-old South African defender with the left foot. Yeah, getting a left. He's coming in with the left over there. Defender Mbokazi from Orlando Pirates. His contract reportedly runs until 2029 with an option for the 2029-30 season. The move comes under MLS's Under-22 initiative slot aimed at giving young international talents a platform in the league. I think that's absolutely spectacular, just to get youth football up and running and get that going. Not that it's not up and running, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Take it to a whole new level. Right? So yeah, to give the youngsters an opportunity, to give them a slot, especially international youngsters. So this is an absolutely just spectacular opportunity. And here's where the money comes in. Okay, so the transfer fee, media and club adjacent reports suggest Chicago Fire paid approximately $3 million, roughly 51 to 52 million for Mbokazi's transfer. Okay, so that's a lot of imali, cash, right? So what does this have to do with South Africa? Well, it's a great win for South Africa, and we should be celebrating South Africans that are making a massive change and a difference, all right, okay, within society, in this case within the football arena over here. So massive opportunity. Well done, Eminem. Well done, Mbokazi. Well done, champion, campione. Right, if you are an Mbokazi fan, you can also drop it down there below. And obviously next year we've got the FIFA World Cup that's also going to be playing out in the US. So it's just, there's amazing things happening. And I mean, like you guys also know, from a political point of view, a lot of tensions between the US and South Africa specifically. But what I want to do in this video is I want to just share just an observation with every single one of you guys, because one of the main comments that I actually get on social media is where people talk about, especially young people in this beautiful country, talk about white privilege or white monopoly capital or black privilege and etc. etc. For example, this one comment that I received on TikTok over here in particular, the person literally said, go tell, so I basically shared a video talking about, you don't need land right now, you don't need, all these complaints right now, or to make up more excuses, you need to take responsibility for your orgasms, right? And start fathering your kids. Meaning, like, and by the way, let's just say, for example, you're like, well, I don't have kids. Okay, well, the point is you need to take responsibility for your actions. And you need to be honest with yourself and honest with God regarding your particular situation, because if you're not honest with God and with yourself, how the heck are you going to move forward, right? It's the whole, again, principle of a GPS. If you don't type in where you are currently at, you're not going to be able to get the right road to take in order to get to your destination. So you need to be honest with where you are at, right? It's one of the first steps to transformation in someone's life is awareness. Not saying, well, the problem doesn't exist. No. By just simply realizing, okay, there is a problem, and I'm going to go speak to God about the problem. I'm going to seek out wise counsel so I can get wisdom and insight and understanding so that I can make the best decision and experience the best consequence moving forward. So the person over here basically replied to that video saying, go tell white monopoly capital and your race that comes into our country to lecture us with nonsense. Just go to England and tell them that. Now, there's a massive problem when you start saying that the truth is nonsense. That's point number one over there, because once you start calling the truth nonsense, you literally move away from the very thing that brings freedom into our lives, which is the truth. So that's the first thing. Number two, we must understand that if you think that the reason you are losing is because of white privilege, or the reason you are losing is because of white monopoly capital or black monopoly capital, and that's the reason why you are losing, then you are lost, because the reason you are losing is because you think that is the reason. The actual reason is that you are refusing to renew your mind to God's truth and His word over your life. Because remember, promotion comes from God. And even in the midst of a corrupt society, God can still promote you. God can still make a way, because the plans of God for your life isn't determined by who's currently in charge politically. All right? The plans of God for your life, it doesn't require that there be racial policies in place. It doesn't require that. Like, for example, in Mbokazi's situation over here specifically, what did he do? Champy was just literally using what he had, which was his feet and his brain, and, responding to the grace of God that's upon his life. And he developed the skill to play at that level, and God's grace, that undeserved, unmerited, unearned favor, opened up the right door at the right time. Now, here's the piece. You can do that too, champ. You can build the business too. You can build the ministry too. You can do something great with your life too. You can also, and by the way, this doesn't mean that everyone must now just go and build their own thing. You can, but sometimes, like, you can be an entrepreneur inside of somebody else's business as well. Like, point being, you can do something great with your life as well. And the reason why you are losing is not because of anything externally. It's because you are disconnected from God. And you are therefore not willing to submit to His process that He has for your life. Now, the quicker you shift that around, the quicker you can engage with the process and then start moving towards the land that God has ultimately promised for you. When I say land now, I'm using that as a metaphor over here. Okay? To move towards what God actually has for you. Little side note over here regarding land. Did you guys know that the wealthiest ethnic group or racial group in America is the Asians? And they own, I think, less than 3% of the physical land. Because again, what's the point, bro, if you get land and you've got no idea what to do with the land? You're going to waste it. You're going to abuse it. You're not going to use it at all, compared to, listen, what are you naturally good at? Well, I don't know. Well, start serving. Compared to just venting online, start serving. Start using what you are naturally good at, and as you serve, then as you begin to serve, you start discovering what you're naturally good at, and then you start using that, and you can maybe share that then online. But just to sit and complain all day online isn't going to move your life forward. You need to start serving. You need to get active. And as you get active, you begin to discover more things about God. You begin to discover more things about yourself, and then you can refine the skill set that God has blessed you with. And then use that and build a career or life around that. Okay? There's something that you can do compared to complaining, blaming everybody else, making up excuses. Champ, just get going. Mbokazi got going. I'm pretty sure he was like probably playing soccer in the streets, somewhere when he was busy growing up. But like the point is like he got going. You have to just get going. Well, I don't have rich parents. That's not the point. The point is you need to get going, because people are like, white privilege or black privilege. Yeah, like listen, the reality is that there are some people that are more privileged than others. But if you look at it, everybody's actually privileged. Some just tend to have more than others, and that's the whole principle of the parable of the talents. The one got given 5, the one got given 2, the other one got given 1, each according to their ability. And then what did the first 2 do? They got to work. What did this? And by the way, as they got to work, it multiplied. And the last one, he went and hid the talent and did nothing. And then the master came and then held everyone accountable. And the first 2 gave an account, and what was given unto them was multiplied. Okay. The last one over there, he went and hid the master's money. And the master said, "You wicked, lazy servant, take their talent and give it to the one who's got 10. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them." That's how God's kingdom works. And some of you are going to be like, because you are so socialist in your viewpoints, either knowingly or unknowingly. And by the way, socialism and communism is from the pit of hell. It is disastrous. Those ideas completely counterfeit God's way of doing life. Completely. But some of you are so sensitive. You're like, well, how can God take that talent and give it to someone else? Because he's God, number one. And number 2, the person isn't using it. So what's the point? Is it going to just be wasted there? So give it to the one who's actually doing something. And that's how, things then tend to move forward. So the point being, you don't want to be sleeping on what God gave you. So start moving. Start engaging. Start getting plugged in somewhere compared to just watching porn at 1 o'clock in the morning. So, no, get plugged in somewhere. Start serving. Start giving of your time. Stop, shaking your bum up and down on the dance floor and get going with your life. You are wasting time. It's time for you to get moving. All right? Use what you have. And let's stop listening to the nonsense and lies from the enemy trying to race bait us the whole time. Let's forget about that nonsense and let's just start using what we ultimately have. That's our time. I'm hoping that this video listen, have you guys managed to click that like button so we can get this out to more and more people? Let me know. All right. And we'll see you, Lord willingly, in the next video.